Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM. We are here till 3 with my special guests, Mend community, tackle Islamophobia over the whole of the country. And we are lucky to have them today live in the studio. So back over to you. You said in the break, you wanted to talk a little bit about women and Muslim women. What did you want to say?
I'm quite a feminist, but then there's this thing about people thinking Muslim women are oppressed, and I would argue otherwise, because I feel we Muslim women are more. I mean, we have to kind of fight more for what we wear and how we want to show us, and how we practice our religion and things like that. And it's as if that people forget, because we're hijabis, meaning we wear scarves. We are different people. We are still human, and we have same needs, okay, and we have the same issues like men, for example. And it's interesting though, throughout my journey with men, and I've worked with so many Muslim and non-Muslim women. It's lovely to see that these issues are being highlighted in the media, and thanks to MEND and many other organizations, great organizations that I work with out there as well. So it's something that I would love to see in the future, where we Muslim women are not seen as different. We are not seen as oppressed, because when someone tells us not to wear something that we want to wear, I think that's oppressed, and I don't think that's right at all.
Well, I agree. I don't think anyone should be telling anybody anything, really.
It's our choice.
It's your choice.
I've got 3 girls, and they when they wear the hijab, it's not forced upon them, and they know the importance of modesty and and things like that. It's their own judgment. Really, when they know what's out there, when they know the horrors that you probably it's just probably a click away for them. Society has almost digressed, and I love the fact that we're being morally held back in a way. It's almost freeing not to have to follow the lead with the latest trends, the latest.
So you find like liberation in that, like you don't have to keep up with.
We're just liberated, like how we want to be liberated inside.
And for you, like, what, as a Muslim woman, what are some of the judgments you feel that people put onto you?
Well, they see me as a Muslim woman. Like, I remember going on a yacht with a few of these women, and it was a yacht trip, and we have these women conversations that we don't really talk outside, but no. And they think automatically that because I wear a hijab, I don't know how to look after my health or my beauty. They don't know how. They think I don't know how to look after my husband, and it's really almost condescending in that sense,
Yeah, I think that's because maybe in the media, there's been a lot about some things that aren't really true, or there's some people in the world, who, they are living under a stricter kind of regime or something like that. Maybe that's what maybe they just think that, how it's easy just to like tar everyone with the same brush,
But that's the thing. When if ever, Jess, you ever come to one of our talks, like if you ever go to the well-being support groups, you'll find that you'll be talking about the same issues that you would everywhere. And I think people, especially within social media, it's great to see now how we see Muslim women in these global spaces saying out loud their issues, and I think that has been a positive contribution to the world knowing what Islam is really, and
absolutely,
not just,
yeah, that's why we're here, isn't it? To talk about all the positive parts of Islam, and that moves on to something else we wanted to talk about while you guys are here is to talk a little bit about Islam and like all the positive things. Because I was saying to you guys in the break, you know, I've had some really positive moments going to iftar with people that I know, and just kind of embracing those things around Ramadan. And like I was saying, like now in London we've got Ramadan lights, and I absolutely love it. I love how that's come into mainstream culture now in the UK. I love it. What's not to like?
Islam itself is a very, very beautiful message given to us by God. And
tell us what the message, the main message.
The main message is precisely one thing. None has the right to be worshipped except God. And that's it. And the next statement of this is that, and I am the messenger, Prophet Muhammad. Right. So it's chain of messengership started from Prophet Adam, then to Noah, to Abraham, to Moses, to Joseph, to Joshua, to Jesus. And the last chain, or last thread of the chain was Prophet Muhammad.
I like how you have all the prophets in there. That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
The beauty of that is this: all those prophets who are the ambassadors of God. So, you know, when we have a king or queen, so queen or king send their viceroys to other countries to represent themselves. So God sent those messengers as a viceroy to us to give the message that he wanted to us, because this life is very short, and within this life whatever we do have a result.
So how does it affect you, like day to day, the way that you conduct yourself?
To be very honest with you, I enjoy my life. It's a complete discipline. It's a complete mechanism where I enjoy the things. One of the key things is that to submit God, thanking him for every single facility that he has given.
Being grateful.
Oh yeah, it's always grateful. And in the Quran, which is the message, which is a beautiful message that has never ever been changed from the day when it has been descended. And that gives us the commandment of very beautiful thing. Give comfort to the person who is next to you, whether that person is your child, wife, husband,
that's
daughter,
nice. Give comfort to the person next to you.
And neighbor, right? And at this moment of time, you all are my neighbors, right? My responsibility as a Muslim is to give the comfort as much as I can, so that you feel much more comfortable over here. And that's the only beauty of the Quran and the beauty of the Islam and the commandment from the God, that we must have to take care of anyone who is next to us. And that is amazing. And within that, I have to explain a little bit more that there are 5 faith pillars, right? Believe on one God, prayers, Ramadan, Zakat, and Hajj. On 22nd of June at 7:20, topic called Discover Hajj. And within that, we are telling them what we do, what are the Hajj contents. And within that, you see...
Yes, what does it mean?
Yeah, it means basically Hajj is one of the key important factor for any person, any Muslim who has enough wealth to go to Mecca for pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? And to be very honest with you, this event which we are arranging is a perfect chance to introduce to the neighbors, to colleagues, to friends, to the Muslim pilgrimage called Hajj, and explore what our role over there would be. Explore what happens on the pilgrimage, its roots and underlying meanings.
I like the pilgrimage things, because not anyone can go on a pilgrimage, can't they? Like anybody.
Yes.
And I went for a little while to northern Spain and did a little bit of the Camino there, but I know that some of my relatives did the whole thing, and I like it because it's like almost like a meditative experience, isn't it? To walk,
exactly,
go towards your goal, and give you a chance to, like, obviously I've got dogs, I walk my dogs every day, and we know it's great for your mental health to get out to walk, but the pilgrimage is obviously, it can be connected to religion, but it's just a nice human thing to do as well, isn't it? Just to have that time to reflect.
Exactly, you're so to the point that it's a time for the self-reflection. It's an internal peace, it's a mental health that helps us to interact. But on top of that, you keep all those things aside, saying thanking to God for the mental health that you have physical health, you are motivational, you are motivated to do those things. It's really,
I think
helpful.
gratitude is such an important thing to everybody.
Yes.
And sometimes if you're feeling down and everything's getting on top of you, it's a great thing to be able to, you know, just take a break and think about all the things that you are grateful for. We're going to come back to the rest of those pillars. I'm just going to play a song quickly, and then we will come back to the rest of the pillars and maybe talk about some of the history of British Muslims, because you mentioned earlier, which would be an interesting thing to have a little convo about. So we'll be back after this song.